Bat family are the most prominent group of street tier heroes in the DC universe. The character of Robin paved the way for superhero sidekicks and made Batman more open to working with other costume crime fighters. Everybody knows there have been several characters to take on the mantle of Robin over the years, but when it comes to style and having some of the best designs while in the mantle of Robin, or at least having the name Robin as a part of their alias to some extent, Timothy Jackson Drake takes the crown in that department. His time as Robin greatly affected the conception of Robin designs going forward, both in mainline comics and in adaptations. So I thought it'd be fun to look back at some of Tim Drake's most important design changes and how they've evolved over the years, specifically in the main canon continuity of DC Comics, and it has to be something he wore for an extended period of time, not just a costume that only appeared in a couple of issues or so. The Robin suit that was tailored specifically for Tim Drake made its debut in Batman issue 457 in 1990. Tim sought not to wear the original Robin suit worn by Dick Grayson and Jason Todd, while disobeying a direct order from Batman to save him after he was captured by Scarecrow, due to the fear of disgracing the mantle if Tim were to fail. Bruce thought it wouldn't be fair for Tim to bear the weight of the original costume, since Dick made it into a symbol recognized by the world and Jason gave his life for it. So he gave Tim a new suit that he could truly make his own.
Now before you start hating, ask yourself, be honest. Ain't I'm clean, no?
DC and Warner Brothers planned on using Robin in a feature film at some point, and they had reached a consensus that the original Robin costume was too silly. DC approached several artists to do revisions and come up with designs for a brand new Robin costume. According to Neil Adams, he was one of the artists approached by DC to redesign the suit, with an agreed upon price of about $1,000. Once he found out 11 other artists were approached to do the same thing for a similar price, he contacted DC and figured, hey, if they're comfortable enough to lay out $12,000 across 12 different artists to come up with a new Robin design, they can just pay me $12,000 to use my Robin design, or not pay me anything if they don't want to use it. Neil Adams really wanted to hone in on the practicality of a new design. The original cape was all yellow, making Robin the perfect target for someone to shoot at, so his solution to getting rid of that target while still maintaining the iconic yellow was to make the inside of the cape yellow and the outside black, which would provide some defense and allow the cape to be pulled over to disappear into the darkness. And it also allows Tim to aura farm, as you can't really consider yourself a prime Bat family member without posing for a quick flick or two. The incorporation of leggings is probably the most noticeable difference in this new outfit, with other added features including ninja boots and built-in storage areas along the sleeves and spine for his gadgets. Tim was the first Robin to make a bow staff his signature weapon of choice, becoming exposed to the weapon during his training with Lady Shiva in the first Robin miniseries by Chuck Dixon. The base design would be Tim's longest running costume in mainline comics, not getting a brand new getup until 2007 during the 52 series. Connor Kent Superboy died during the events of Infinite Crisis, and Tim Drake changed the colors of his suit to be more emblematic of Superboy's to honor him. Tim Drake had gone through a lot by this point. His father was killed by Captain Boomerang in Identity Crisis, and some of his fellow comrades in the Teen Titans died in battle during Infinite Crisis. I'm not gonna lie, this and the Robin suit in Matt Fraction's Batman run might be the best fits Tim wore as Robin.
Okay, that boy clean, man. No, for real.
The utility belt has more modular utility belt pouches that resemble military style gear rather than classic thin superhero capsules. Pretty much the entire base of the suit is red with long sleeves, black trunks, and black boots. Tim still has the same cape, but the suit shows a stronger Batman influence, not only through his utility belt and black trunks, but also in the gauntlets, which feature spikes similar to Batman's. The green domino mask is also replaced with an all-black one. This suit unfortunately didn't last that long, making its mark for about a couple of years before Tim donned the mantle of Red Robin. Bruce Wayne was seemingly killed at the hands of Darkseid during the events of Final Crisis in 2009 and was presumed dead by the heroes of the DC universe. Battle for the Cowl happened and Dick Grayson took on the mantle of Batman with Damian Wayne as the new Robin by his side. Dick decided not to have Tim as his Robin, as he felt Damian was his responsibility, noting how dangerous it would be for someone like Damian to roam around unchecked. And Dick felt that Tim was his equal rather than his protege. Everyone in the Bat family believed that Bruce was dead except for Tim. He was convinced that Bruce was still alive out there somewhere and decided to track him down via a global search. With the mantle of Robin given to Damian, Tim decided to go by Red Robin with a brand new suit so that nothing could be traced back to Bruce or Dick with Tim crossing lines. The suit consisted of a long-sleeved red tunic with two bands that ran across his chest, with the insignia placed in the middle. He ditched the yellow and black for an all-black cape, pants, gloves, and boots. The utility belt consists of a black strap with thinner capsules placed around it. The most notable addition is the hoodie cowl that covers his face while leaving his mouth exposed, similar to Batman. Alfred made some slight adjustments to the suit in issue 12 of the Red Robin series, giving Tim a utility belt that more resembled his red and black Robin costume, and gauntlets with the short spikes. The new cape came with a glider assembly that allows him to power dive and glide around when jumping across rooftops. As many are aware, this isn't the first time the Red Robin moniker or this design in particular was used for a Bat family member. Red Robin was first illustrated and designed by Alex Ross in the Kingdom Come miniseries written by Mark Waid in 1996. The story is set many years in an alternate future where Dick Grayson dons the mantle. Alex Ross felt that the name Red Robin had a nice ring to it, evoking classic folk heroes like Rob Roy or the Red Baron. He designed an adult Dick Grayson to resemble Batman and wanted to contribute something that utilized the shape of the letter R while integrating a bird motif. The Red Robin mantle in main canon would be donned by a couple of others before Tim Drake. Jason Todd was the first to do so while venturing the multiverse with Donna Troy and Kyle Rayner in the Countdown to Infinite Crisis series. Jason ends up on Earth 51, where Bruce in that universe killed the Joker after the death of Jason. He gives Jason a costume he intended to lend to his universe's Jason before he died. The second was a villain named Ulysses Armstrong, who wore the costume in an attempt to use psychological warfare against him after Jason threw the suit in the garbage. The New 52 reboot brought a lot of changes to character designs and origin stories. One change to Tim's origin had him adopt the moniker Red Robin from the start as Batman's partner, rather than simply Robin, out of respect for Jason by choosing not to wear his uniform. Much of Tim's time in the New 52 was spent with the Teen Titans, where he served as the team's leader. During most of this era, he wore a new Red Robin suit. This suit is definitely a downgrade when compared to the original Red Robin design. It's like they took the base design of the previous suit and overcomplicated things. I feel like Brett Booth is the only artist that can make the costume look somewhat good, but when drawn by other artists, it just looks kind of meh.
I mean, it's alright, like, overrated as fuck in my opinion. I mean, and you know what though? That's typically how the bullshit goes, you feel me?
The writer of the New 52 Teen Titans book, Scott Lobdell, strongly believed that Red Robin had to be distinct from the other Robins and crime fighters in the Bat family. He felt it was imperative to find creative ways for Tim to adapt to his environments, whether functioning like Batman when jumping off rooftops, or keeping pace with superpowered individuals so he wouldn't get left behind. Artist Brett Booth didn't want to change the design for Red Robin or add wings to the suit, but Scott Lobdell had a completely different viewpoint. The cape can turn to wings that are bulletproof and allow for flight capabilities. His new wings were actually designed by Virgil Hawkins, better known as the hero Static, while he was interning at Star Labs. The cowl was ditched in favor of a black domino mask, and the redesign uses more of a bodysuit rather than the previous tunic and pants setup. In addition to the golden harness that crosses the chest, golden bands wrap around his biceps. The utility belt is all black, with red stripes running down the legs and knee pads. Gold metal plates are also featured on the gauntlets. The insignia this time around is located on his shoulder instead of the chest. I don't think it's an awful design, but there's way too much going on here. I don't know why they chose this as one of Tim Drake's skins in Fortnite. 5 years after the New 52 initiative, DC launched Rebirth, which sought to fix a lot of the nonsense that came with the New 52. This included bringing back beloved characters that were missing and re-establishing aspects of pre-New 52 lore. Thankfully, Tim's original post-crisis origin was restored, with him becoming Robin from the start and seeking out Batman after witnessing him lose control following Jason's death, recognizing that Batman needed a Robin to keep him in check. Much better than him being an attention-seeking dork that put his family in danger like his New 52 counterpart.
Oh, okay, goddamn.
The new Red Robin design is a lot more Robin-centric than the other Red Robin suits with the color palette. I mean, it pretty much is just a Robin suit with 2 R's instead of 1. A bit more of an armored and modern approach to the first Tim Drake specific Robin design by Neil Adams. Rebirth brought back the green domino mask and short sleeves. There's more visible green lightweight armor on the leggings and gauntlets. Yellow stripes can be seen around the collar, and the cape is shorter in length. The 2019 Young Justice series by Brian Michael Bendis had Tim ditch the Red Robin moniker to go by Robin again, meaning that to this day, Tim and Damian are both the current Robin. Although writers kept going back and forth on calling him Red Robin and Robin, which was a little weird. Artist Patrick Gleason ditched the 2 R's and brought back the classic Robin insignia. The design incorporates much more black and less green, using a black ninja suit as the base. Green accents appear on the shoulders, gauntlets, the outline of the knee pads, and the bottom of the boots. universe. However, this Young Justice book made a big mistake when it came to the next Tim Drake redesign. This is the perfect case of what happens when you try to fix something that isn't broken. The creative team decided to give Tim a brand new costume and codename. They called this man Drake.
That is one big pile of shit.
Holy airball Batman. The Young Justice team meets evil versions of themselves from Earth 3, and Tim Drake's evil counterpart went by the codename Drake, as apparently it's one of the most dangerous birds. I guess that inspired Tim of the main universe to go by the same codename and ditch the Robin mantle. This suit is straight booty cheeks, I don't know what to tell you. The color scheme is ugly, using brown as the primary color with black on the arms and boots, and gold accents. Having red pouches on the utility belt is such an odd choice. The lack of a cape certainly doesn't do this design any favors. With all this weird crap going on with the lines on the neck and on the top half of the suit, I think I owe the New 52 Red Robin suit an apology. Thankfully, Tim didn't wear it for that long and only went by Drake for 9 issues before going back to the Patrick Gleason Robin design. You had characters in universe making fun of the fact that Tim was out here on the streets looking like a duck for a brief period. It should be a crime for a Bat Family member to ever look that dripless. 5 years after the whole Drake situation was resolved leads us to the current day with Matt Fraction's Batman run. Tim gets a new makeover alongside Batman and Damian. He's rocking the same utility belt as Batman this time around, and the overall suit is essentially a revamped version of the first red and black suit from the pre-New 52 era. This time there are no black trunks, and the short yellow lines stop at his chest rather than extending down to the belt. More black is incorporated into the torso, running along the sides and shoulders instead of the solid red seen in the previous design. I think it makes sense for Tim to adopt a red and black color scheme if Damian is using more traditional Robin colors to help distinguish the two. Tim Drake's design is in a good place right now, DC. Do not feel the need to change it and make him wear some BS in a couple of years. Keep things as is, cause if you decide to change it and it's lame as hell, we're gonna have a problem. Tim Drake's had a pretty interesting trajectory in his character growth, with his costume changes reflecting that evolution. There have been a couple of misses here and there, but the bangers I think outweigh the bad. The designs that aren't as well beloved tend to not last that long in the grand scheme of things. His significance in how the Robin character is portrayed both in comics and in media cannot be understated, with many designs that casual fans are familiar with taking inspiration from Tim's look in one way or another. Whenever we get to see the Robin character next in live action, and if Tim Drake ever gets a shot at the silver screen, hopefully the costume designers will lock in and take what has worked for the character for the past 30+ years.